Hi guys, so we're back with another tutorial for the Unity procedural effect section or playlist that we're doing. This is a last one we had we managed to finish the generation of the balls and them falling down at a constant speed and so on. But one of the things that we thought would be nice is to have these parts be visible when they are not looking at you, so it cannot be two-sided. And in order to do that, we are going to do a new shader. So let's create a folder here called shaders, create a new shader. We want an unlit shader. It's a very simple one. Unlit shader. I mean, we could do an unlit graph and so on, use the shader graph, but we're gonna go for the unlit shader for the time being. We're gonna call it unlit to side, and it is we're gonna be doing cutout to side. Okay. So we are going to basically to side. So basically we're gonna have a texture that's the same, the type. This is gonna be okay. So here we are gonna be using a cutout, so we need a cutout float. It's gonna be 0.5, I think. And we do something like clip call.a cutout CG program. So yeah, we probably need to have a float cutout here. We don't want to apply the fog because we don't care about fog. So we don't need these, and we can get rid of this. So if I'm correct, no. Clip. It's no, there's no, oh, there is a, it's something like this, I think. Just to be sure, I mean, well, let's see if it works. I'm not sure. If that works, yes, as the other one, it'd be a good starting point. So it's like material, unlit, cutout, two sides. Yeah, it looks like it's working. We're gonna change the name and we're gonna put only cutout here. Yep. Texture cutout, for instance. Yeah, should be okay. Yeah. So the problem is we want it to be two-sided. So we want these to be rendered even when the cooling is in the back side. So so we're gonna be doing seated test lower equal C right. Always is it? I think it's on and cool off. I think it's like that. I don't remember exact. So Unity shader seed test. Oh, seed test. Yeah, that's. Okay, so cool off. That's all right. See right on. Seed test at equal. I think that's okay then. So now we should see that, right? Now we see the back side, the front side and the back side. Cool. So now we have a shader that renders that sees the front and the back of all the parts that we're seeing. That's very cool. Yeah, so so you see the only thing I've done is adding these parameters to the shader. I think they're called colon and depth. No, that's so these are the, I don't know, the properties, attributes, whatever, for coding and C writing. in a shader, the way shader lab is the way shader lab configures the cooling and Z writing and Z testing for shader is using these parameters here, which is what we've used. And now you see, I mean, I could have ignored these two because they are not necessary, but I thought it would be interesting to have the three of them. Anyway, we have the right shader, and that's done. So let's try to make it more like the example that we have, right? So yeah, if you see, it is like we have so there is like a big like it is black in the background. So start with doing a black background. Okay, so the main camera, instead of background, we're gonna put solid color, and we're gonna do a very dark gray. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, it looks a lot like this. Then we are going to add some particles. You take a look, they're all going down. There's a shower, and there's like a background where with let's create particle effects. Yeah, we're gonna put in the 000, and we're gonna create first a background background particles. Okay, so yeah, basically we're gonna put it up like in 50. Yeah, it's gonna be, so where is the camera? The camera is here, and the particles are here. So we probably want this a little bit to the background, so that would be something like a C20. Yeah, we want a duration to be smaller. It's gonna be like 2, but lifetime to be a very long lifetime, like 15. The speed, I'm not sure, but we definitely want it to go down. The shape, so we want them to be a lot bigger too. The start size should be some random constant between two constants. It should be something like between 10 and 25, something like this. We're gonna create a new material. Create material, background particle matte, and it is gonna be a very simple. Well, for particles we got a standard unlit. This is the full particle, maybe, but it's a big additive. Doesn't seem to be working. Okay, let's use an unlit. That's not. But the thing is, we want a standard unlit, but why isn't it working? No, that's all right. No emission. So I don't know why it isn't working. Oh, maybe because this is using the old. It's not the new universal render pipeline. Particles, that's better. Unlit. So instead of opaque, transparent, additive. So yeah, and we want the base map to be this one. That is better. So yeah, I just don't particularly like it, this particle, so I'm gonna create a new one. I'm gonna use GIMP, although we could do it procedurally, but this is just, I mean, weird. It makes absolutely no sense to do it like that. I'm gonna make a small one, 256, 256, even though it is even big. So we are gonna be very thin. It's gonna be completely white. It's gonna be black. We're gonna add an alpha layer mask, white. We're gonna be doing here a gradient tool, and it's gonna be not linear but radial, and it's gonna be, oh, that's not what we want. So let's see what happens if I do it like this. Yeah, that's not what we want. We want the basic one, that one, and we want to give it something like this. Yeah. Okay, so export as in here we're gonna call it like basic particle text.png, because PNG includes alpha. We definitely want the alpha to be a texture. So here we want this no, there's not. We don't want that. This is better, but we're gonna be using something slightly so this one. It's not making a huge difference. Okay. Anyway, so going back to the particle system, this is now too obvious. So well, the emission, I'm going to change the emission. It's going to be, the rate seems okay. Maximum number of particles, probably don't want that many, but I don't know, 500 should be okay, even less probably. But then it is, we don't want it to be from a cone, maybe from a circle. Rectangle, yeah, that sounds okay-ish, but the size probably is a bit 1, it'll be 20, 20, 20. Okay, we also want the color to change over time, over lifetime. We could have something starting here, starting with a alpha of 0, so it ends with an alpha of 0, but something that sets the alpha of, I don't know, 32, and here it gives 32, and then it goes to 0. This could be at 25%, and this could be at 25%. So as you can see, it's like, yeah, it's like there is something like that going down. Maybe want it to last a little bit longer, like 20, something like this. It's still, I think we can make less of them and make them bigger. So we can make them 20, 50, but make a few less. So instead of emitting 10, maybe we could emit 3. And we can make it bigger. Maybe instead of 3 we can have 6. So this is how you'd see. Still, I'm a bit not so sure. Maybe instead of 40 we can 60 60 or even more, 80 80. No, not so much. 60 60 seems okay. And it's a 6.5. There's still like there's still like a big circle which we could fix probably. So if we go to colors, curves, I go to the another value. Okay, oh yeah, because this is apply layer mask, colors, curves, and the alpha. It's like that, and we can probably do something like this. So it's or more like this. Yeah. Let's see what happens if we export it and we check how we see it now. Yeah. Now it looks more like what we want. We can even reduce the alpha here and make it like 20. 20 here, yep. And that's cool. That seems cool. We can have two gradients. So far I think it's okay. I think this is cool. So we could tell this to, so it's looping, yeah, it's pre-warm. I think that's alright. That means that you generate a lot of particles. Play on awake and at the random seed. I think we can even have 200 and it should be okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's okay. Cool. So we stop this. Got it. Let's see how this looks when we put it all. Still a little bit too in your face compared to these. Oh, by the way, this is bluish. So let's give it a bluish feel. Give it a bluish feel. So, okay. Give this a little bit there. There we go. So let's see how it feels now. No, it doesn't. You need to get this and apply it here. I'm gonna be using this one too, possibly even a little bit darker. So, what? Particles on lid. What is the problem with this? Alpha. It's just additive. Yeah. Yeah, now it's a lot softer. We can also change the camera's background to be something more like this. Let's make the and let's make it a little bit. The particle system is looking the way it has to look. Like this. Let's make this alpha then like 64. Let's see how it looks now. Yeah, maybe a little bit too much. A little bit less, maybe. Even 40. Well, maybe 40. Maybe 40. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so this is cool. We got that. Now, what else? We want some extra small particles to be, some of them to be just like snowballs, and the other ones to be more like these blobs that fall. So we want 2 more particle systems. Oh, sorry, not empty. We want another particle system, which is gonna be like they're like I don't know, like falling blobs. We're gonna be using again falling blobs mat. I think it's the same. We're gonna use the same material again, but this one is gonna be we're gonna put it again in 50 and 25. I think it's like this. Now we're gonna put it closer because they make fall around us, and behind maybe just a little bit further away. And we're gonna create shape is gonna be again a rectangle. 90 degrees. The lifetime is gonna be 20 again, and the start speed is gonna be between 2 constants, something like this, 2.5 and 7.5. I think that's all right. And this is gonna be like scale, sorry, 60. This is gonna be 60. That's all right too. So we are gonna be giving it the size is gonna be again a something random between 1 and 3. The color of a lifetime probably we're gonna get this to be alpha is gonna be 0. It's gonna be probably 128 at 30%, and at the end it probably is gonna be 196, something like that. And these colors we want them to be again blue. Blue like this one. Yeah, we want this to go to blue too. For whatever. Okay. Oh, we want these to use the falling blobs material for. Maybe we want this to be not 128, but I don't know, 192, and eventually add in 192. And how about this one is 255? Something like this. Maybe this color should be a little bit brighter. Yeah. And yeah, that sounds about right. I think that's okay. Maybe we could. I made a few less, like 8 something. we don't need that. We 100. You're right. And I don't know. We could add some extra. No. For force of a lifetime. So I don't think size. Well, a size. Noise. That's what we want. We probably want to play a little bit of noise, but this is just. Yeah, let's. Yeah, that looks about right. Good. So yeah, we have these are the falling blobs, and then we're gonna have another one which we call the snowflakes, which are gonna be very similar, but instead of using this one, we're gonna be using another snowflakes mat. We're gonna be using this particle here that we did before, and we're gonna give it to these snowflakes. We're gonna make them definitely smaller, 0.5 and 1. So yeah, that's about right. We're gonna make it a little brighter and whiter. It's color of a lifetime. We're gonna make it something like this. To add a bit something like that, but a little bit less, maybe 192 here and here. Okay, yeah. So let's see. Let's see how this all looks when we put it together. Oh, I forgot to pre-warm this too. Now let's see. Okay, it is sort of looking like this, but I mean, definitely we could play around with some of these things, but the snowflakes probably need in the shape to be something like this, maybe. And maybe make them even smaller. Yeah. Let's try to put the falling blobs a little bit. Let's take these and make it a little bit more like 40. so they are more in the background. They're more of a background thing, and we got the others, and they are a lot more like snowflakes that fall everywhere. Yep. This is now looking good, right? And I need to, by the way, I changed this material, but I didn't change the others, which, yeah, unlit texture cutout, but probably we should change it to transparent cutout. And that way we can see the two faces, yeah, a lot better, yeah, it's looking good. And we're gonna finish by adding some post-processing, because I think it's gonna be cool and it's gonna look cool. So probably we'll need to get the package manager here. See, that's right, we don't have the post-processing package, so we are gonna be adding that package, post-processing. We can install this. Okay, it's taking a little bit longer than I expected, but that's alright. Hopefully it'll be quick. Okay, so we got it now. If I recall correctly, we have to add a layer here. So we could use transparent FX, for instance. We have to create a post-pro volume, which is gonna be here. I'm not sure we need this direction. I guess a little bit, but not much. But anyway, the post-pro volume is gonna be at 0, 0, 0. And now we're gonna move it a little bit backwards, because it doesn't matter, because the volume is global. We're gonna call it global, and priority. Wait, okay. And now we need now to create the post-processing of render pipeline, post-process data. Yeah, post-pro data. Oh, well, this is not. So we want to do a. I am not even sure this package was necessary. Anyway, I don't think it's necessary. I think we can remove the package and still get this. So let me see. Let's do it, because I think I made a mistake. I think we can get rid of the post-processing, remove, because we don't want the 2.3, we want the 3 point something. So we have removed the package. excuse me, this is a bit confusing for me, because you have to use the package if you're using the built-in render pipeline, but if you're using the universal render pipeline, I think you don't have to. So yeah, that's right. So you use a volume global, and then you have to build a profile, and the camera I don't think the camera needs to do anything. Post-processing, yeah, mark the post-processing. We're going to mark the stop none too. And the shadows, dithering, whatever. So, we need to create one of these. It is kind of weird. I thought we could do one, create. Volume profile, maybe? Yeah, post-pro profile. Yeah, I wanted to create it from scratch. I know I could duplicate this, but I'd rather do. So, we want to do bloom, definitely. So let's say threshold, intensity put it to 1, so some scattering, and the tinting, we maybe want a little bit of the bluish feel to it. And do we have a dirt? We have a dirt texture here to use. Let's see. So if, okay, first we have to assign this volume here. Now let's see what happens. Okay, so we can use this. Yes, we could have it at 0.6. Yep, that's good. 0.6 seems alright. Maybe even, well, I'll do a little bit, but then we can also do some color adjustments or color curves. I'm not sure, color adjustments. Let's see. So let's see. Well, maybe we can increase this intensity, but increase these, and we can do post exposure -1 or -0.5. Contrast, I think we can reduce a little bit the contrast. And filter, color filter, what is? Yeah, that looks good. And yeah, maybe, yeah, I think this looks a lot like this. We can, I mean, yeah, we can make the background a little bit darker now that I think of it. Five, 6, 8. Yeah, I think that's all right. So that's it, guys. Let's run it maximized. So here we have our effect. We could add a little bit of depth of field, and I think that would probably help too. Let's add depth of field. Let's use a bokeh. I don't know. I'll have to play with these a little bit. Let's not maximize. So focal length, aperture. let's put it at 15. $20, $25, $22. Yes, changing. I mean, it. Definitely want something like that. 25 maybe. 250. So. I don't know. I don't think this is working well with a cutout thing. Even though it should, but it doesn't. So now I'm not. I'm gonna leave it at this and this. No, I don't think it works well. Anyway, I think this is cool. Probably would spend more time like tweaking all these parameters and making them work a little bit better. Probably if I was an artist, I'd get better results out of this last part. But I think this looks cool. I think it's a good wrap up for this series of tutorials. I hope you guys enjoyed this set of tutorials. I hope you learned some things. Particularly, we've been working on how to do things procedurally, how to do geometry procedurally, how to do textures procedurally, how to do movement procedurally. All of this is done procedurally, except some particles here. And I think this is probably something somehow surprising and new for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and that you find them interesting and maybe useful. I'm definitely open to your comments to your suggestions or comments in the section below, and also please, if you like it, hit the like button, subscribe maybe, and I hope to see you guys in a different video and a new video somewhere some other time. I'll soon do another series of videos of showing teaching a little bit about animation and all the stuff and movement. We'll see what else. Anyway, as I said, I hope you guys liked it. Hit the like button and see you guys in a new video. Bye.